Hello friends, now let's learn what is if else and elif statement in Python. So if statement, like in English we say that if certain condition is true, then we do something else, we do something else. Okay. So like that in Python also we have if condition. So a value is 33, given that b value is 200. So if b is greater than a, so obviously 200 is greater than 33, then it will print that b is greater than a. Okay, so the syntax is that we write if, okay, followed by the condition, any condition, any operator, okay, any condition followed by colon. Okay, this is the syntax. So syntax is if followed by the condition. Okay, my writing is a little bit bad, so please understand it. Okay, if followed by the condition, then colon, then here will be some indentation, there will be some spacing, and this block will be considered under the if block, and here what the statement we need to execute. If not, then we have elif. In elif also condition is required. Okay, if, then elif in condition. Okay, so here also will be a block that will be executed. If the if statement is correct, then this block will be executed. If the elif statement is correct, then this block will be executed, and at last there will be an else. So it is not mandatory to follow this syntax, but the order will be same: if, then elif, then else. You can use either ladder if. What is ladder if? So there is an if statement followed by another if statement, so in the same line, so that will be a ladder if. Or you can use a nested if else. So there is an if statement followed by the condition, then inside this statement there is another if statement followed by the condition, then here will be the output. Okay, so there will be a else statement if you want. I hope you are getting it. Okay, if you are not getting it, then we will go through the example and you will be completely understanding what is going on. Okay, so first understand what is happening here. So there is a if condition followed by a condition, and if the statement is true, then this particular block of code will be executed. So the indentation is necessary. What is indentation? The gap. This gap, this small gap is necessary. Okay. So if, then if you type colon and then enter, there will be automatically a gap coming. This if condition will tell the compiler that this block is to be executed. Okay. So if there is no block, so no indentation, then the compiler will throw an error that the statement is without an indentation. So it will raise an error. Okay. So elif statement. So if the first statement is correct, this block will be executed. If not, then elif. In elif also the condition is required. So if b is greater than a, no, a and b are same. Okay. So this statement will not be executed. Elif a equals to b. So a and b values are same. So this statement will be executed. Okay. Now else statement. So if the statement is true, this block will be executed. If not, then this block will be executed. And if this is statement also false, then at last this statement will be executed. Okay. So shorthand notation. So in single line also we can write if else. Okay. Syntax is writing if condition followed by the condition itself and then print statement. Or we can have another example is, see, we have print a if a is greater than b. If a is greater than b, then compiler is telling to print a. Else we need to print b. Okay, getting my point? So similarly we have if else, and inside is there is if a is greater than b, then print a. Okay, we need to read like this, that if a is greater than b, then print a. Else print equals to, when it will print equals to, if a is equals to b, so it will print equals to if a is equals to b, else it will print b. Okay, all the three condition in one line. So it is shorthand notation. Generally, we don't use this. If it is understandable to you, then use this. Otherwise, the upper will be a little lengthy, but it's okay. Okay. Then we have an AND statement. So AND statement does combination, means if both the things are correct, if A is greater than B as well as C is greater than A, then print both condition are true. If both condition are true, then only this if block will be executed. Okay. If either of the condition is true, then it is not going to execute. So when we are using AND operator, then both of the statement should be correct. Okay. Then we have an OR operator. In OR operator, either of the statement can be correct. Either is A is greater than B or A is greater than C. And at least one of the condition is true, then it will print that this statement. Okay. Either A is greater than B or A is greater than C. If both are true, then it will execute it. If any of them is true, first one is true and second one is false, then also it will be executed. If first one is false and second one is true, then also it will be executed. Okay. If both are false, then only it will not execute. Okay. Hope you are getting this. Not statement. If not A is greater than B. See, if not. Okay. Not. So if A is greater than B, if there is a true statement over here, the true negation of true will become false. Okay. If this statement is a true statement, then negation of true will be a false. Then this block will not be executed. Okay. Hello guys, now let's understand that what are loops in Python. So basically loop is something which is repeated. So repeated certain amount of time. Okay, loop is something which is in repeat. So if we play a song in loop, what does it mean? It means that the song after completing its repeat itself. So anything which repeat itself is called a loop. Okay. So in Python we have basically two type of loop: while loop and for loop. Okay. Now we will be going to understand the following syntax of while loop and for loop. First of all, while loop. Okay. See here, I value is one, and we have a while statement. So what is the syntax of while loop? The syntax is very simple. First we have a while condition. Okay. So we write while over here, then followed by a statement or condition. If this condition is true, the while loop will execute until and unless this condition get false. Suppose I am writing I is less than 6. So I is less than 6 is a condition. What is the value of initially I? I is initial value is 1. Okay, I is less than 6 is the condition. So the for loop will run this block of code. So there will be an indentation over here. Okay, this space indentation. Okay, so this block of code will be executed how many times? As much time as this condition get false. When this condition get false, the loop will automatically break. Okay, so here I value is starting from 1. Okay, I value is 1. Okay, I value, it will check that I is less than 6. 1 is less than 6, true. Then it will, what it will do, it will print I, it will print 1. Okay, then what it will do, it will telling that compiler I value is I plus equals to 1. So what is I plus equals to 1? So basically I plus equals to 1 means nothing but I plus equals to 1 means I plus 1. I is equals to I plus 1. This is the meaning of I equals to plus 1. So if you write anything like that, I plus equals to 1, this means that nothing but I is equals to I plus 1. Okay. If you write I into equals to 1, it's, or I equal into I into equals to, it is nothing but I is equals to I into 2. Okay. This is a way of writing. This is like a shorthand or short trick to write. Okay. Anything which is before equals to, it will goes here and multiply with I itself, the value itself, value over here itself. Okay. I equals to I into 2. Okay. So The value will print it how many times? First I value is 1, it will check and it will print the value 1. Then I value will be increased to 2. Then it will again check that 2 is less than 6. Yes, it will print 2. Then similarly it will go for 3, 4 and 5. Why not 6? While I value is 6, it will check that 6 is less than 6. No, 6 is not less than 6. 6 is less than equals to 6. 6 is less than equals to 6. If there is a equal sign, then it will be okay. It will print till 6. But there is no equal sign, then it will print till 5. Are you getting this point? Okay. So there is a break statement. What is the need of break statement? Suppose we need to terminate a condition. If there a certain criteria is met, then we will break the statement. So this for loop will execute when I value is 3. So it will execute first I, it will print I. Okay, it will check the condition 1 is less than 6, then it will print 1. Okay, then it will increase the value. Okay, this loop will hit when I value is 3. So when I value is 2, nothing will happen. It will come here and it will increase the value from 1 to 2. Then it will go to the while loop. Okay. Then when I value is 3, it will print 3. Okay. Then it will check is 3 equals to 3. Yes. Then it will break. What does break statement do? Break statement exit the loop. If there is any loop, it will exit. Okay. So the output will be 1, 2, then 3. Now we will head on to understand the for loops. So now let's understand the for loop. So for loop in Python. So this particular syntax I will be teaching you while teaching list. So it is iterating each part of the list. I will be teaching you later this point. Okay. So for loop, I can give you example. Let me take you to the online compiler basically. So range function. I told you about the range function. What does it do? Range function do nothing but it will print range from starting point till ending point minus one. So for I in range, okay. So for loop will execute. It will take I value from the range. So range take basically the starting point, where the starting point let's say 0, then here will be the ending point. So let's say 6. It takes ending point minus 1. Yani if we write here 6, then it will take 5 till 5. Not the last value, but one value previous than the last. Means if you take to the 6, then it will take 5. If it will take 4, then it will take 3. And here we give increment decrement. If we write here plus 1 or nothing, it will just increase the value of I from 0 till 5. If we write here print I, then it will print 1 2 3 4. That 0 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, it will print till 5. So if we write like this, here basically there is a start point. Okay, this will be the start point. Okay, and this will be the end point. Okay, and this will be how much you need to increase or decrease. Okay, let's say increase or decrease value. Okay, so let's say the start point is, let's say 1. Okay, and the end point is, let's say 11. We need to print 1 to 11. And how we want to print it? We want to print in such a way that there is two gapping. Say if we print 0, or if you start from 1, then it will print 3, not 2. Then 1, then we added 2 step, you go for the 3. When you added 2 step, it goes for 5 and so on. So if you run it, it will be executed in such a way that it's printing 1 followed by 3 followed by 5 followed by 7. If you don't provide here the steps, how much step you need to jump, then it will by default it will take 1. Okay, one step at a time. So it will start from 1 and end at 10. So see, in the output section we can see that it is going from 1 to 10. So we provide a parameter called increase the steps. Say steps, any name we can give. We are taking how many steps? Say we are taking minus of one step. If you want to print this in reverse. Say starting point will be, ending point will be 0. Okay, ending point will be 1. Okay, let's suppose ending point is 1 and starting point is 10. So, and how many steps we need to take is -1. So getting the point, it is subtracting 1 in each step. So it will print from 10, then followed 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Why not 1? Because here the end point is 1, and I told that this value is executed till its previous value. Okay.
Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video then please subscribe and share it with your friend.